Michael Angley Live, Discovery Paranormal, and the Daily Update with Michael Angley. For the best news and commentary, tune in to Michael Angley Live every Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central. For the best paranormal talk in town, tune in to Discovery Paranormal every Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. And check out UPRN, United Public Radio Network, every day for the Daily Update with Michael Angley. All on United Public Radio Network, UPRNTalkRadio.com, 107.7 New Orleans.
Hi, come check out Christina George's new show, Aliens, UFOs, and Beyond, Thursday night, 8 p.m. See you Thursday, Jeff. Hi, I'm Joe Montaldo, and you're listening to United Public Radio.
You are listening to United Public Radio Network, UPRNTalkRadio.com, 107.5 New Orleans. You are listening to United Public Radio Network, UPRNTalkRadio.com, 107.5 New Orleans.
You want to learn about aliens, extraterrestrials, UFOs, visitations, military abductions? Join Joe Montaldo on Wednesday night, 8 to 10 p.m. for his episodes of UFO Undercover. Come check out Christina George's new show, Paranormal Connections, only on United Public Radio, Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. See you Monday.
The UPRN family of shows would like to take a moment to thank our loyal listeners for tuning in to UPRNTalkRadio.com along with 107.7 FM New Orleans. Broadcasting on multiple platforms like Live 365, Ustream, and Shoutcast has made the UPRN the longest-running, highly rated, and best source of quality, unique programming that is not afraid of the status quo in alternative media. This station has a solid course of shows and hosts that refuse to get stuck in a rut or be overrun by a groupthink mentality, because station owner, host, and iCar founder Joe Montaldo knows the value of letting his talented stable of hosts grow uninhibited. In this genre, that's an accomplishment which many in alternative radio are striving for, but are left consistently wanting. This is all made possible because of you, the listener, that tunes in live every night, who can tell the difference that independent thinking makes. The best way to show our appreciation is to thank you and continue to allow our listeners the ability to download the archives of all the shows free of charge on iTunes, Podbean, and SoundCloud. No monthly fees, no cost to download individual shows, and none of the constant hassling for donations. That's the UPRNradio.com difference. So stick around, there's much more to come with new shows on the way. For now, feel free to join your favorite show live in the Pal Talk chat room, easily accessible off UPRNtalkradio.com, and share the experience of listening live with other listeners from around the world. So thanks for listening, and thank you for being a part of the UPRNtalkradio.com family of listeners.
You are invited to the Quantum Leap Let Light Unite show every Friday night on United Public Radio Network from 9 to 10 p.m. Pacific Time, 12 to 1 a.m. Eastern Time, with your spiritual warrior goddess, Cathy Bilsky. Cathy will share all the old truths the Illuminati tries to keep secret. Cathy also gives you the opportunity to join in with Planetary healing light work that will help us manifest World Enlightenment 2016. So let's get high and fly into new possibilities. So join Cathy every Friday night on UPRN, the Quantum Leap Let Light Unite show. A very powerful happening.
You are listening to United Public Radio Network, UPRNTalkRadio.com, 107.5 New Orleans.
Hello, you're listening to United Public Radio. I'm Joe Montaldo, host of News on the Flip Side. Check us out every Saturday night, 6 to 9 p.m. Central Time.
Yeah. I'm feeling good right now. It's just one of them days where everything going right. Everybody come together, let's go, yo. Hey, I'm feeling alright. Just one of them days, everything go right now. Like to keep this vibe throughout the day, if that's okay.
Aloha, everybody. This is Cathy Bilsky, the Quantum Leap Let Light Unite show on UPRN Radio, and that's uprn.radiostream321.com. And this is, November 4th, 2016. I just want to say first off, for those of you that participated Monday in the Quantum Leap World Enlightenment, thank you. Thank you. We had a little gathering at my store in Hawaii, in Honeka'a, and I have a 1,000-pound celestial earth keeper that I work with, and another one that's 650 pounds, and then you add all the other crystals and stones in the store, and it's a pretty big vortex. And we chanted, and we did energy work, and have you really paid attention to what's going on in the planet? Now, I know there's a lot of crap going on, but I also see a lot of people becoming awakened enough to become and step in and be that spiritual warrior and go and protest and speak out for the earth and have the courage. It's amazing. I've seen what I consider a very divine master who's self-realized, who would never do any kind of special prayer work for the planet or, I'm like, come on, help us quantum leap the world into enlightenment. This should be a no-brainer. Well, this weekend, he's doing a prayer visual. And I just want to go, hold me, let me sit down. This is, oh my God. And it's to awaken everybody's consciousness. So we have honest and fair elections. And, I really don't get into the election. He's from Brazil. But it's just the idea that he's actually holding a prayer visual with his group and going to direct it toward helping people become conscious and awaken that love energy within them. That's fantastic. And I've also personally seen some wonderful things happen in not only my life, but in my family's life, and I'm not going to tell you what it is because it's very personal. It's just awesome. I mean, I know what's going on in the world, but my life is really, really pretty great, and, please don't test me, God. Tonight, what we're going to do is we're going to do the energy balancing curse removal for everyone, help you get realigned. And then we're going to do some light work for the planet, give some energy to the pipeline protectors in the Dakotas and anywhere, actually, that's standing up for the pipeline, but mostly in the Dakotas right now. Do some earth work and some energy work on the police and help them reconnect to the Creator and maybe make better, more empathetic decisions and maybe stand with the protectors of the planet instead of hurting and harming. And before we get into the energy work, I wanted to give you a couple numbers real quick. And first, we'll just start with the White House. And really, guys, if you don't have this on speed dial, you should. And it's to call and protest and speak up about whatever you need to. But it's really important now that you stand up for the pipeline in the South Dakota. And if you're paying attention, the oil companies want to put the pipeline through Indian reservation, in Indian tribal lands. And many of the Native Americans are up there, along with anybody else that will stand with them anyway. People all over the world are going there. And they're doing their best to block this pipeline from going through, because if it does, it's already, this stuff leaks. And they don't want it to leak in the water supply. I mean, really, this should be a no-brainer. And for most humans, it is a no-brainer. But when you get into the reptilian logic, they don't give a shit. You know, they don't care if they destroy, rape, and pillage and plunder. And there's been so many oil spills that have happened because of the pipeline. If you take each one of them on a one-to-one basis and you go, oh, God, just another spill. But when you put them all together, it's diabolical. There is intent and purpose on trying to mess up our water supply. So it reminds me of the people up in North Dakota. If you ever saw Lord of the Rings where Gandalf stands against that evil monster down in the mountain, and he takes his staff and he puts it down into the ground with force, and he says, "Thou shalt not pass." And that's what it feels like to stand up there. So when you do call the White House, why don't you tell Obama that it would be an awesome legacy for him if he just, stops the pipeline, period. There's no compromising. It's no rerouting. We want the pipeline stopped, period. Because anywhere they're going to put this is going to leak. That's a fact. So if you just kind of put those thoughts in the air and, that Obama, this would be an awesome legacy for you, a nice way to end your presidency by stopping the pipeline. You would be a hero. And maybe if enough people say that and put those thoughts in the air, he might pick it up, and his wife and kids might pick up those thoughts and go, wow, Dad, honey, you can be a hero. How awesome. And all you have to do is stop the pipeline. So the White House number is 202-456-1111 or 202-456-6213. And, of course, they have a switchboard where you can call your other congressmen and senators, 202-456-1414. Now, this is Morton County Sheriff's number. Need to voice your concern about them overreacting and overreaching with all their military equipment up in the Dakota pipeline. Their number is 701-667-3330. North Dakota Governor Jack Dalrymple, 701-328-2200. And the Army Corps of Engineers, 202-761-5900. And, a man who loves to hide in the background, and up until now has really done really well. So let's just give a good shout out to Kelsey Warren from Dallas, Texas, who actually owns Suncor and Energy Transfer Partnership, and who's the creator of all this mess, all for money. So we're going to give him a little attention. And unfortunately, I don't have his direct part line, but you probably can call Oasis Petroleum in Texas and give them a holler and tell them what you think about Kelsey Warren. 281-404-9500. And, of course, then there's all those banks that support it, the pipeline, and, give them a holler. And if you're in this bank, go find a credit union and something that's not actually, financing something that can wreck our water supply. All right, well, you got Wells Fargo and PNB Paribas, SunTrust, the Bank of Tokyo. I mean, this is like a worldwide conglomerate. Ing Bank, Naxxis. Now, if you go on my website, actually on my Facebook page, I have all this information of all the banks and all their phone numbers and addresses. So you can give them a check about them and, take your money out. But let them know how displeased. Let them know you're watching. And that also includes Co-America Bank, Citizens, PNC Bank, Barclays, J.P. Morgan, Bank of America, just to name a few. And, of course, what would a big organization be without Goldman Sachs, UBS, Royal Bank of Canada, Sumitomo Mitsui Bank, Credit Suisse, Compass Bank, DNB Capital, ASA, HSBNC Bank, and Community Trust Bank, and of course Morgan Stanley. Now that's just a few of the people that are financing this really evil pipeline. And we should be more into alternative energy, and this can't go on. And we as human beings have to draw the line in the sand and tell the reptilians, nope, can't do it anymore. You can't rape, pillage, and plunder the land, okay? All right, let's do some energy work, and what I want to do is just do the energy balancing curse removal for everyone real quick and just get you cleared out and really open. And then we're going to get right into doing the energy work, and we're going to get in as much as we can, so I'll probably talk pretty fast and cram and jam everything we can into 1 hour, or less than that. All right, so those of you going to participate, I want you to sit down, put your feet flat on the floor, put your spine up straight as you can, put your hands in your lap like you're going to receive, because you can, and I want you to imagine yourself in this huge stadium along with all these other like-minded people, and I want you to start taking gentle, deep breaths, and not so you hyperventilate on me, please. And as you're taking gentle, deep breaths, you're breathing in light and exhaling out everything that no longer serves you. And as you're doing that, I surround each and every one of you in a bubble of golden flame. I add to that the blue flame of protection, the violet flame of transmutation, the green flame of healing, and I seal everyone in the pink flame of love, and I'm going to call to your teachers, guides, masters, your angels, invite them in, and ask that they help us make this energy work as gentle, loving, and kind as we can. So take one more deep breath and exhale out everything that's left in your body that no longer serves you. Imagine that energy going through the violet flame back to God, and you fill up with your divine essence. I want you to imagine this incredible divine healing energy coming down from the top, God, coming into the top of your head, and imagine it coming in your crown chakra. And as it flows through the top of your head, through your brain, imagine every cell, atom, molecule in your brain reconnecting with the Creator, and you're becoming a very open-minded spiritual being that's going to go beyond their divine potential. Enjoy. Allow that energy to flow out your third eye, your forehead. Now feel it flow down even farther and feel it come out of your throat chakra. And now allow it to come down even farther and allow it to come out of your heart chakra. And feel that energy now flow down even farther and let it come out of your solar plexus. And feel that divine energy flow down even farther and feel it come out of your belly button chakra. And now your sacral chakra. And feel that energy flow all the way down out your root chakra. And now feel it flow down your legs, out your feet, and send it into the earth. Feel it flow down your arms and out your hands, and allow it to flow down your spine. So take one more deep breath, and this time as you exhale, release everything left in your body that no longer serves you, and then breathe normal. As you're doing that, I call to Michael the Archangel to come forth and cut all ties to any energy you've taken on that's not yours, whether it's from a friend, relative, acquaintance, stranger, anybody you work with, TV set, animal, whatever the karmic reason is that created anything out of balance in your life or your body today. And as all that unwanted energy is peeled off of you gently like an onion skin, it all goes through the violet flame back to God, and you fill up with your divine essence. Now I want Michael to come forth, cut all ties to reptile, dinosaur energy, secret societies, organized religion, cut all ties to any oaths, vows, curses, hexes, rituals that could have been done to you or your family, going backwards and forwards, hundreds of thousands of generations, or anything you could have done, consciously or unconsciously. And as all that unwanted energy too is peeled off of you gently like an onion skin, it all goes through the violet flame back to God, and you fill up with more of your divine essence. Now I want Michael to come forth, cut all ties to any effigies that have been misused against you, and that's any elemental of yours who was used to hurt you, or anyone, including anything you own. Clothes, hair, picture, your name spoken, written, just thought of, or anything you have your energy on. And as ties to all those elementals are cut, I call the violet flame through them to clean it up, the angel light energy to heal. We fill them up with love. I command them to be neutral or only emit love. Now I want Michael to come forth, remove any energy implants that have been done to you or anything that could have carried over from any other lifetime because of dark magic, voodoo, dark witchcraft, or just dark thoughts sent your way. I want the stick, pin, needle, or knife that's in your crown chakra removed from your third eye, your throat, heart, solar plexus, belly button, root, feet, hands, spine, your eyes, ears, nose, mouth, hips, teeth, anywhere in your body that's out of balance. And as you feel all those pins, needles, and knives being very gently removed, imagine all those spaces immediately fill up with the violet flame to clean it up, the angel light energy to heal. We release all that unwanted energy back to God, and you fill up with more of your divine essence. Now I want Michael to come forth, cut all ties, patriarchy, genocide, rape, incest, slavery, prostitution, persecution, circumcision, removing any energy overlay that's trying to manipulate you, keeping you from connecting with God, healing yourself, being really successful, fulfilling all your divine missions, and living your life in joy. And as all that unwanted energy that no longer serves you is gently peeled off of you like an onion skin, it all goes through the violet flame back to God, and you fill up with more of your divine essence. Now, if there is anybody out there that's directing any kind of dark energy at you, whether it's magic, rituals, or just our thoughts, we're going to ask them to stop. Really, if they're doing it to you, they're doing it to others. And we're going to ask them to step forward in the light, and if they choose to continue to do their dark work, which is their free will, I ask their higher self and their guardian angels to put them in a position of harmlessness now. We surround them in a bubble of mirror. The mirror faces them. It's 2 inches from their nose, and as long as they do that dark work, that energy stays contained in the bubble of mirror. I add the violet flame to the bubble of mirror to transmute that energy so they have nothing to feed off of, and they have no forward movement. The bubble of mirror stays up 24/7, 365 days a year until they do works of good. So I call your higher self, and I ask your higher self now to activate your divine blueprint for perfect health. The one that you created before you incarnated into this lifetime. And I'm going to ask that it starts manifesting in your body now, and allow all that energy to integrate in a very gentle, kind, loving way with your cells, your atoms, your molecules, all your internal organs going all the way down into your DNA. I want you to imagine, like I said, you're in this big stadium, and you're in a very sacred space. Everybody is linked up now through this really high energy work and has all this really high love flowing through them. And in the center of the stadium, we're going to put this big 10-ton crystal, and above it we're going to do bubbles of light and put in there what needs to be healed, people, place, things. And as I'm speaking, I'm just going to ask that you just blast this bubble of light with as much energy as you can. And that's going to help us manifest this much, much quicker. So everyone, I want you to take a deep breath and gently exhale. And this time as you take a deep breath, feel yourself, again, reconnect with the Creator, with your silver antenna that comes up from the top of your head. And as you reconnect with the Creator, all that high energy just comes pouring in to the top of your head, flows through your body. And if there's any place in your body that's really out of balance, just allow a lot of this energy, high healing energy, to go into that area. And then take your attention off it and put your attention back onto the center, into this bubble of light. And in this bubble of light, We're going to put the energy work for the pipeline protectors and break down all machines used to hurt the land and see all law enforcement stand down. Let there be light. Let's send energy to all the protectors of the land and water. Maybe we send all the resources to win. See their activism gaining worldwide momentum with people from all walks of life and cultures joining in. See all government corporations backing down and the activists winning. We called the higher selves of Cathy Warren from Dallas, Texas, who owns Suncor and Energy Transfer Partnership, the parent company of Dakota Access LLC, and responsible for many oil spills, to step forward into the light, stop the pipeline. And if you choose not to, which is your free will, we ask your higher selves to put you in a position of harmlessness. And we're going to call in the debts of Cathy Warren and John McReynolds, who is the president of the ETP, and let them be called in now. We remove all negative vigilante overlays over all law enforcement, including police from the states of Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Indiana, Nebraska, North and South Dakota, including the National Guard and Sheriff's Department. We cut all ties between the police and any white supremacy groups, including the KKK and Nazis. We remove the energy overlay that creates a need to go hunt and kill Native Americans, asking that they are now reconnected to the Creator, becoming an awakened spiritual being. They now see all protectors as family and friends, choosing to do no harm and stand down or go stand with protectors of the land. We call to the higher selves of the people of those states above, of Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Indiana, Nebraska, North and South Dakota, to protest that their police departments are sent out of state, to stand up for big oil and demand that they're recalled back to their home states now. We also see all protective energy overlays removed from all security companies, including private and national security, including G4S, 10 Code Security, LLC, and Frost Kennel. So they are brought to trial and convicted for their transgression against protesters. See them being removed from all the pipelines. See the removal of Sheriff Kyle Kirchmeier of the Morton County Sheriff's Office, along with Governor of North Dakota, Jack Dalrymple, for conflict of interest, along with using unnecessary excessive police force. We cut off ties and contracts between all the banks that are financing it, including Bank of America, HSBA, Wells Fargo, UBS, and Goldman Sachs, to name a few, who are the financiers of the pipeline, and the federal government to the Energy Transfer Partnership and the Dakota Access LLC. We call the higher selves of the decision makers to release their stuck state of mind and to give up on the pipeline and putting their attention now on alternative energy. We call the higher selves of all the decision makers in the Department of Justice to step in, look into the Dakota pipeline, and demand the state stop the illegal raids on the protectors of the land, as well as cease construction, holding state and pipeline accountable. See the feds stepping up and protecting the defenders of the land and not the oil companies. Let us remove all dark energy overlays over all the judges involved and ask that their higher selves to reconnect to the Creator and become awakened spiritual beings that are conscious that water is life. Let us now cut all ties between the judges and the oil companies. This allows them to stand with protectors of the land, releasing all in jail without any bail or simply throwing out the case. Instead, see the pipeline company, all their security being tried for all their transgressions and going to prison, as well as paying all legal costs of the protectors of the land that has been accrued. We call to Michael the Archangel to cut all ties to all the machines, bulldozers, tractors, diggers, being used on the pipeline and those who want to use them to hurt the earth and all life forms. As ties are cut, we send the violet flame to clean up the elemental's energy, then reconnect them to the Creator. We now command them to be neutral and keep breaking down. We send energy to the weakest parts of the machine and see them break down. And we're also going to put lots and lots of really, really very high energy magnets, and as that weather gets colder, the magnets get stronger, and also, breaks equipment down. Now let's place huge magnets in all their computers so they stop working. We also call and invite all the birds, ants, spiders, snakes, and mold and water to infest all their equipment, including all tanks, military jeeps, trucks, helicopters, and drones, so they break down and become unfunctional. Imagine all percussion grenades, all guns, including machine guns, sound cannons, stingray equipment, LRAD, sniper guns, jam, unable to fire or backfire, and this includes all mace cans and taser guns. We call to the higher self of President Obama to help him reconnect to the Creator, becoming an awakened spiritual being that will now stand up for water and tribal rights. Envision Obama stepping up and denying easement through tribal lands. And let Obama and his advisors be divinely inspired on how to block the pipeline completely. Let the Treaty of 1851 be respected and honored by the feds. Now, from Hawaii, we're going to call to all the Menahunis and the Night Marchers, and we're going to give you permission to go into that area and do whatever you have to do to, haunt or divine mischief on the oil pipelines to stop it. And any of the ancestors, we give permission to go there and do what you need to do to stop that pipeline and help the protectors. So fill this bubble of light up with light and love, and let's take a deep breath and release it. So again, feel another bubble of light forming in the center. And in this bubble of light, we're going to put all the police, not only at the Dakota pipeline, all the military, all law enforcement. Imagine them in this bubble. And, if you're having problems with your law enforcement and police, we're just going to put them in this bubble of light. It's a huge bubble, okay? It's an endless bubble of light. We can fit them all in. And what I want to do is just do a little chanting like what we did for World Enlightenment. And there was just 2 sentences. May divine enlightenment descend on everyone now. May divine enlightenment awaken within everyone now. So chant that with me and imagine this energy happening and coming down around all these police officers and the military and the law enforcement, and this awakening from within is happening as they open up and reconnect to the Creator. So come chant with me and imagine this happening on all the police departments and, like you said, the law enforcement. May divine enlightenment descend on everyone now. May divine enlightenment awaken within everyone now. May divine enlightenment descend on everyone now. May divine enlightenment awaken on everyone now. May divine enlightenment descend on everyone now. May divine enlightenment awaken within everyone now. Come on, you can chant and, shout it. May divine enlightenment descend on everyone now. May divine enlightenment awaken within everyone now. One more time. May divine enlightenment descend on everyone now. May divine enlightenment awaken within everyone now. Woo! Now, in this bubble of light, along with all the police, we're going to again put in all their equipment, all their night lights, all the batteries that they're using to put night lights out on the protectors so they get sleep deprivation. We're going to ask going to put mirrors up in front of all this equipment and see it going right back into their eyes, blinding the police force, and then just the equipment imploding. And just, batteries going, whatever, the electricity's going, whatever it's taking to keep that equipment going, see it just break down. See water get into it somehow so it just doesn't function, or dust or frost, whatever it takes so they don't work. See it happening. All right, let's fill this bubble up with light and love and take a deep breath and release it. So again, feel that divine energy flow through you, and we're going to create another bubble of light. And in this bubble of light, I want you to imagine the Mother Earth rotating. And we're going to remove the dark energy overlays over the earth and all life forms. In the name of the presence of God, which I am, through the magnetic power of the sacred fire vested in me, I command. I call to Michael the Archangel, Ganesha, the remover of obstacles, all the cosmic beings, and the Creator, to cut all ties to all artificial plasma in the atmosphere that was reptilian created. As we cut the ties to their masters, we call the violet flame through all the cells, atoms, molecules, DNA of this plasma to clean it up. Now we reconnect it all to the Creator, filling it all up with divine love. We command it to be neutral and no longer function. See the plasma breaking up and neutralizing itself. Let it not be able to form any square or ring frequency patterns. We place a mirror in front of the scalar and plasma weapons to return all signals and frequencies back to the reptilian station. As this is done, we see all the equipment imploding on itself. Let all computers connected with any scalar frequency machines being used overloading with this energy that was sent back, causing machines to also implode. I call the debris in outer space from meteors, rockets, satellites, etc., to start to magnetize all satellites that are not being used for the highest good of all mankind and interfere with their orbit cycles. I call it Helios and Vista to reach out and embrace these satellites with so much divine electromagnetic energy that it will interfere with signals that are not being used with divine purpose. I give the angels permission to interfere and divinely distort any and all signals coming from those satellites. We cut ties to all fifth-dimensional energy frequency events around the earth that is creating a dark energy overlay over the earth to control and harness human consciousness. And in your mind's eye, see all that energy just being peeled off of the earth. We send it through the violet flame back to God and see the earth getting brighter. Now we cut ties to all machines that are affecting us in the third world through frequencies, vibration, and sound that is directed at the electromagnetic fields to create negativity and chaos. And we cancel clear all frequencies that are suppressing light, giving humans an oppressive feeling. We also cut the ties to military buoys connected to the reptilian stations and their dark masters. We command that all these buoys be contained in a circle of cement with a lead overlay to jam all frequencies, placing all these buoys in a position of harmlessness. We command that frequencies connected to the Merkaba orthogonal transformers to break down and collapse, dissolving the frequency fence that creates a self-perpetuating loop of negativity. We now send a golden solar energy through these frequencies that shift the grids so people feel positive, happy, and see their life's missions and purposes. We now command the breakdown and deactivation of all scalar plasma weapons that are coming from low Earth orbit satellites that are targeting the most awakened light warriors on the planet. We also see the plasma toplet bombs that are protecting those satellites, breaking down, becoming non-functional. We send gold and solar energy through the Earth's morphogenetic grid that neutralizes any dark energy that wants to control the grid. I call divine light, divine balance, divine male, female balance to all the grids, ley lines, meridians, domes, obelisks, pyramids, and all the sacred spots on the planet. I call to Michael's sword of blue flame to cut all ties to all satanic, negative ceremonies that have been done, past, present, and future on these areas. See it blaze with the violet flame to transmute these power spots to divine light. Envision these areas blazing in God's divine radiating light, sending positive enlightened energy through the earth and all sacred spots, radiating joy and happiness to the earth and all her inhabitants. As these reptilian facilities break down, we see everyone reconnect to the Creator, becoming awakened, spiritual, divine, happy beings. They are also given their divine missions and divine purposes as they open to new possibilities that will help them go beyond their divine potential. And fill it up with light and love. And let's take a deep breath and release it. So again, feel that energy flow down into the crown chakra, flow through your body, down your arms, out your hands, into the center, creating another bubble of light. And in this bubble of light, we're going to put all the pyramids, the grids, the ley lines, the domes, the obelisks, and all the sacred spots on the planet. And as we put them in this bubble, I want you to imagine this incredible gold and solar divine energy flow down and cover all these sacred spots, allowing us to be in sync with the heavens once more, waking up all inhabitants of this beautiful planet. Let us send this golden solar energy right again to all the grid and dragon ley lines that go into the heart of the Mother Earth, regenerating the earth as well as letting her recalibrate to the divine heaven, manifesting on earth energy with gentle, kind movements. Let us envision all elementals of war being put in a position of harmlessness, forever breaking down. As we leap into a divine golden age, way beyond the first golden age, imagine a divine golden age of healing, joy, functional families living in complete harmony and peace. We see anything nuclear being closed down, and any person who wants to take nuclear forward is removed from office, being replaced with the same enlightened being who will push ahead renewable energy supplies now. See all reptilian politicians being removed from all offices they hold now, replaced with a loving, kind, awakened spiritual being. As the gold and solar energy flows through all sacred places on earth, all life forms feel it and begin to have a gentle awakening as they reconnect to the Creator, becoming awakened spiritual beings filled with joy and purpose. See heaven on earth being created. We ask that this high divine energy is integrated in a gentle, kind, loving way with everyone's cells, atoms, molecules going all the way down into the DNA and soul memory. See heaven on earth being created now. So fill that up with light and love, and let's take a deep breath and release it. So again, imagine another bubble of light forming, and in this bubble of light, we're going to put in all those spiritual warriors. And I ask that all magic that is keeping the spiritual warriors from awaken be removed. May all the spiritual warriors reconnect to the Creator and become aware of their divine missions, putting them into action. See these people fill up with so much light, they draw to themselves everything they need to be successful and happy. Awakened spiritual warriors inside me, I ask that all magic in myself that is keeping the spiritual warriors from awakening be removed. May all the spiritual warriors within me be activated with the Creator and become aware of their divine missions, putting me into action. See these people within me fill up with so much light that they fill everyone and everything with what they need to be successful and happy. We call to the spiritual warriors of light who are on all the other dimensions to come forth and give us help on the earth plane to help awaken and inspire those who are open to the possibilities of going beyond their divine potential, doing selfless acts for the planet, to work with us to help manifesting world enlightenment this year. Fill it up with light and love, and let's take a deep breath and release it. So again, feel that divine energy flow down, creating another bubble of light. And, let's put all the police department in there, and let's do some really focus on these guys. In the name of the presence of God, which I am, through the magnetic power of the sacred fire vested in me, I command. We call the higher selves of all police who has any intent of hurting or harming any earth protector, protester, anywhere on the planet, asking for your permission to help these police and law enforcement individuals to reconnect to the Creator, becoming enlightened beings at one and at peace with all humans, all life forms in the planet Earth. We ask the Creator that police, law enforcement, or any government agencies charged with protecting its citizens everywhere be brought into accountability for their actions. Let the Goddess of Truth, Justice, Mercy, Compassion, and Healing be a part of each of these professionals' lives. We also command that all Nazi swastika symbols are reversed so the energy now brings in peace and prosperity back to the earth and humanity. Every time anyone looks at a Nazi swastika, see the energy being reversed into its correct positive direction. We cut the ties to anyone whose intent is to misuse any sacred symbols. We call the violet flames through them to clean them up, and we reconnect those symbols to the divine. See these energies being reversed to their positive, correct direction now. I command that any portals, stargates, time portals, including the time portal at Montauk, being used for the dark purpose of manipulating time or allowing dark forces from other dimensions on the planet be cut from those that are misusing them, closed and sealed forever. Make these portals invisible and move so they cannot reopen them. Imagine any machines being used for this purpose breaking down now. See any magic symbols and rituals being used to rent the veils between inner dimensions be rendered harmless. I ask that all of those who try and run Vril machines become confused so the machines don't function properly. As Vril energy is corrected, see humanity become conscious and focused on their divine spiritual growth, bringing the golden age into manifestation. I ask that all that misuse of Vril energy be tied and bound. All Vril machines are cut from their masters, and any byproduct from Vril, including any psychokinetic energy, mind-altering, manipulating machines, and any Tesla invention. I cut these elementals from their masters, cleansing them with the violet flame, fill the elementals up with love, and command them to be neutral, to break down and no longer function. This includes any machines, computers connected to the Elf-Heart programs, any microwave, cell phone towers, airplanes, spy satellites, jets, helicopters, creating chemtrails, and the Montauk program. I ask anyone trying to misuse the Vril energy through the use of sound, military tanks with sound machines on them, color, water, chemicals, drugs to stop now. I step forward into the light and help us bring the earth into the golden age peacefully. Stop manipulating humankind by creating apocalyptic energy. And if you choose not to work with the light in a peaceful way, I ask your higher self and your guardian angel to put you in a position of harmlessness. We ask Michael the Archangel to cut the ties to all black magicians, the reptilians, giving you power or any sympathetic magic to others, with others to keep you in power. Also any oaths, vows, curses, hexes, rituals you have taken together to bind yourselves to each other, to Satan, or to a symbol. As this energy is removed from all of you, we also see you now removing your energy off each other, off of anything you've tried to hurt, harm, or manipulate anywhere on the planet. As this energy comes back to you, everyone you have manipulated, becomes an awakened spiritual being as you pull your energy off your comrades. See all ties between you broken, having nothing more in common with each other. We see all dark, etheric, astral beings that have overlays on any police law enforcement officer that is keeping them from connecting to the Creator be removed from them now. See these dark astral beings tied and bound? We send them through the violet flame to clean up their energies. We now send them back to the Creator, filling that space up with a being of divine light. We call to Michael the Archangel to cut off ties that all police, law enforcement have with war, violence, gladiator mentality, rape, pillage, plunder of earth and all life forms, cut ties to all reptilian energy, any connection to the God, goddess of war, chaos, and destruction. Cut all ties to all oaths, vows, curses they have taken with each other. As all this energy is cut and removed from them, we also ask that their reptilian brain is shut down and their divine God brain reactivated. As all this unwanted energy is removed from them, see them reconnecting to their higher selves and becoming awakened spiritual beings that are given their divine missions and purposes. As they become awakened beings, let them see all their protesters and civilians as their family, friends, aunts, uncles, sons, and daughters, and lay down their weapons. Choose not to hurt nor harm anyone. Instead, seeing all these people as friends that need to be protected. See the police being divinely guided to put their energies to works of good. If they choose not to step forward in the light, we ask their higher selves and guardian angels to put them in a position of total and complete harmlessness, allowing a light worker to replace them or no one at all. See them laying down their weapons and choosing not to fight. Let them be divinely inspired to spend more time with their families or just doing works of good. As the police, law enforcement have this unwanted energy removed from them, we see them begin to reconnect to the Creator. Their hearts are now unblocking, so they start having feelings and emotions